Back at Boston, getting set for the second section of the women's 3K. There's Vera Schoberg of North Carolina in cross country. She became the first Tar Heel to finish in the top 10 cross country at the NCAA championships as an All-American. It was an 8th place finish, a native of Sweden, a transfer from Boston, where Norm, she was the 2024 Patriot League cross country champion. She broke a 22-year school record in the 3K held by Flanagan. He's faced 8th fastest in NCAA history as well. But it also features, in this section, Norm, the defending champ Sophia Kennedy, who took 5th in the 5K at NCAA indoors as well. See if she can repeat in 3K here.
Also features the defending outdoor champion in the steeplechase, Angelina Napoleon, and she had a fantastic DMR anchor. Fastest leg, actually, in the DMR in the 1600, came up just short. So she is currently in second on the inside and taking the lead on the outside from Clemson. That is Cherop, who we saw earlier today in the mile.
She was 5th in the prelims going into the mile. She had a 3K time at the BU Terrier Classic at an 8:59. That was good for 6th there.
And she's run 8:50, 110 this season.
Yep, she competes in the mile, the 3K, the 5K, the DMR for Cherop as a freshman. So the women's 3K has, the conference has 3 3K runners in the top 19 in the nation. We showcased her, rightfully so, Norm Schoberg. She's 5th coming into the meet. Napoleon is 13th. Sophia Kennedy, the defending champ, she's just outside that NCAA bubble time right now. She's 19th. The bubble time, just for measure, is at 8:48.26 by Utah's Erin Uringer.
The one notable scratch from Boston College is your 5K champion from the other night. Had that great 5K. Coach Watson's letting her enjoy it and watch this one from the sidelines. But Kennedy out to make maybe an amends for her DMR anchor. It wasn't bad, just that she ran up against incredible other anchors from other programs, and Stanford is relegated to 4th. So now she's out maybe to prove something and win an ACC title. Time to beat, as we said, 9:07.63 by Bierman of Duke.
Kennedy, followed by Katie Bolke of Virginia Tech. Napoleon saw her win in the steeple that we called outdoor at Wake. Cherop, as we highlighted, right now in 4th. But let's center on Kennedy. A great shot by our crew. The defending 3K champ, as mentioned. She's a 6-time All-American. Stanford record holder in the 3K indoor as well. Number 2 runner at the NCAA cross-country championships as well. Of course, her father, a 2-time Olympian. Bob, a 7-time U.S. champion as well. And following in her dad's footsteps is Sophia. Hannah Gapes as well. I want you to keep an eye on Gapes too, Norm. At the NCAA meet last year, she took 6th, the DMR team for Laurie Hennis's crew. She's from New Zealand, 4-time All-American. Left side of your screen, hip number 11.
Absolutely. Gapes has gotten it done over the years. One of the many great runners for Laurie Hennis at NC State. Also worth noting, currently in 7th, is Abigail Hassman, a senior from Duke. If she can stay close to Cherop and not limit the damage, point-wise, that would be big. Again, they were tied going into the final 2 events. Well, tied 3 events because you got to count this one too. But with Clemson doing well in the triple jump as of now, and Cherop possibly finishing as high as 2nd, that Duke needs to score some points or it won't come down to the 4x4.
Side 9 laps to go here for Sophia Kennedy and company. For just tuning in, this is Section 2. Yetta Berman of Duke ran a 9:07.67 in Section 1 of the women's 3K. It's Kennedy out in front, followed by Cherop. Napoleon's in 3rd for North Carolina State. Her teammate Gapes is right behind her. Bolke went from 2nd now into 5th for Virginia Tech. But it is all Sophia Kennedy, the defending champ right now.
These highly motivated, driven athletes, probably even more so for someone that goes to Stanford and is highly motivated and driven academically. Sophia Kennedy, slightly off, just slightly, but instead of leading Stanford to a win in the DMR. They finished 4th. You think that's motivating her right now? I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, it attests to the versatility, the depth on that squad for J.J. Clark, the director of track and field at Stanford, right? Because we've seen Alyssa Jones, what she can do with the jumps, right? Last year's Sophia Dudek was an ACC champion. Kennedy as well, great shot bearer crew there. 7 laps to go in the second section of the 3K. And Norm, like we said with Commissioner Phillips, schools like Stanford, Cal with Testa making her mark in a new program record, I was told by their staff as well. And SMU getting into some finals as well with Nia Sanders.
And SMU surprised in the women's pentathlon. Wow. And, of course, Cal with the great discus thrower last year who set the world record in the event. But Kennedy, the field coming back a little bit. Cherop looking good for Clemson. Bad news for the Duke faithful. Was Cherop's point. Cherop's could either, she could win the whole thing. Look at her coming on. And maybe now Kennedy is regretting going out quite as hard as she left in this 2K. When they come around, they'll get the, in this 3K, excuse me, but when they come around, they'll get the 2K mark so we can kind of set up where they were. And Cherop definitely has cut down. It's going to start to get swallowed up. And who's behind Cherop? It's Angelina Napoleon. So, I mean, this conference is loaded. You tell the truth is, when Stanford came into the league, I know a lot of ACC district coaches are going, oh boy. And don't, I'm sure that's going to get to be that point. You know, they have a lot of challenges coming all the way east, but they're still showing up and competing. All right, here we have from Virginia Tech. Also in it is Burke. Oh no, excuse me, Bulky of Virginia Tech with the red hair and the ponytails.
Yep, still Kennedy out in front. I thought Cherop was going to make a move there, Norman, inside 5 laps to go, but she holds on this second. Gapes, I like the positioning of Gapes. I mentioned her a little bit earlier on. A little stumble there with Bulky and Napoleon. And Bulky's going to go out in front with 4 laps to go in the second section.
Cherop moves into second, and Napoleon's going to move into third, I think, and relegate Kennedy to 4th. And that is what's going to happen.
Do you feel like Kennedy went out too fast?
Either that or she's, I mean, yeah, maybe. Or maybe she's just overthinking it. We don't know. But we know this, that, you know, Cherop is probably holding off from blowing it open now because she had a really hard mile just 2 hours ago. You know, I mean, this is her 3rd race of the weekend. It's not an easy double mile 3K. Here comes Gapes.
Gapes that last lap at 36.68. Inside 3 laps to go for the second section of the women's 3K.
Kennedy's still in this thing. It's just the problem is she's a little boxed and she's surrounded by a bunch of other great runners.
Running about a 9-minute pace is Kennedy right now. It is Bulky out in front. Again, at around 4 laps to go, Kennedy took the lead. Cherop's in second. Gapes there in third, followed by Kennedy, the defending champ. Here comes Schoberg as well, Norm.
7 people are in this thing, and Schoberg's one of them. It's going to be a great finish. Less than 2 to go now.
Napoleon just behind Cherop right now, inside 400 to go. It is Bulky out in front. Cherop's in second.
Gapes goes wide.
Napoleon is boxed in a little bit, Norm. It's Gapes on this backstretch. She is in third. Schoberg in 5th right now. Watch her for North Carolina.
I like Gapes right now. Well, actually, Schoberg's in it too. This is going to be great.
Schoberg's going to have to make a move around Gapes.
Here on the bell.
At the pole right now, Bulky retakes the lead. Bulky out in front. Cherop's in second. Napoleon goes to third. Gapes in 4th. Schoberg in 5th. To the backstretch they go. Bulky still has the lead for the Hokies. Cherop holding on the second. Here's the kicking of Schoberg, trying to take third. Right now she's in 4th.
Cherop might win this. Cherop might win it. There she goes.
Yep. Cherop take the lead on the last turn. She will. Nancy Cherop of Clemson in section 2 will take it.
Napoleon second.
8:56.32 for Nancy Cherop of Clemson. Napoleon does take second. Bulky third for Virginia Tech. The Tigers take it in the 3K.
So far, everyone's ahead of Bierman. But big points for Clemson. That's probably going to, really put Clemson in the driver's seat for this team title.
She was in comfortable positioning, seemingly all race long, Norm.
Duke did score 1 point from Hassman in 8th, because that was quicker than the 9-7. So the top 8 overall. And how about Napoleon's weekend, huh? I mean, she runs a great DMR anchor and comes out with a very close second. The Cherop, big 3K on the same day. Impressive.
We mentioned how well she's been doing in the mile this year. Look at it here in the 3K as well.
Clemson is in great shape now. Duke's in serious trouble. And it may be mathematically decided. We're going to hold off on that till we know for sure.
That last lap of 30-60 for Nancy Cherop, and Matt is with our winner, Nancy. Matt.
Thank you, Dave. Nancy, you ran a mile earlier today. How did you muster up the strength to run such a tough race just now?
Okay, first of all, I want to congratulate my coach, Mark Elliott. She doing a lot of work for me. When I came Clemson on January, up to now, I improve my workout. Yeah. First, I ran a mile, and a mile was very good for me. 3,000 was, I was new 3,000 was easy to me because I have speed for 1 mile. Thank you.
How do you run your own race when you have someone like Sophia from Stanford taking the group out so fast?
Okay, first of all, when I start the race, I knew Sophia will be win, but when I look back, I don't see Sophia, and then I realized to go. Yeah, thank you.
Well, you looked great. Congratulations.
All right, well done to Nancy Cherop, her first ACC title. And how about this for Clemson? It's the first win for the Tigers women in the 3K since 1993. History for Clemson. And